Greetings, beautiful souls. Happy holidays! Kia quante asa anata, ania qua aliasia nea kiata. Happy holidays from Pleiadians and me, and from all those other benevolent star nations who are assisting us on this wonderful journey of evolution from three-dimensional, fearful base human being into fifth-dimensional, extraordinary, multidimensional human being. Different kind of the frequency, still occupying the same kind of the body. Now we are approaching the energetically most important time of the year, which is the winter solstice. It is the rebirth, and of course I'm talking about the northern hemisphere, and because the southern hemisphere have a summer solstice, but the energy is very similar. On the winter solstice, we are going through the rebirth and embracing our new self, embodying our new self. On the summer solstice, we empower that new self within us and really feel it that, yes, I can do it. So whenever you live in the northern hemisphere or the southern hemisphere, this is an amazing, energetic time all around the world. And there are incredible, infinite possibilities of what you can do. When the doorway opens in the northern hemisphere to step into that field of the infinite possibilities, it naturally opens in the southern hemisphere as well. When the portal and doorway in the winter solstice, which is in our summer in the northern hemisphere, open down in the southern hemisphere, it opens the portal for us as well. Think of it as this beautiful infinite symbol of the number 8, you know, from the top to the bottom, from the bottom to the top. And we all are utilizing that energy of the present time, of now, to assess as much of that energy as possible. So I'm gonna stick to the northern hemisphere because that's where I live, in the South Carolina, as many of you know. And the holidays here are beautiful and wonderful. Even though we do not have snow, I don't really miss it, but I wish you the well and enjoy it to its fullness for those who you live in the snow-filled beautiful areas. So winter solstice has the darkest day through the year. So you literally rebirth yourself into the darkest day of the year. So I encourage you to meditate before the sunrise. Wake up a few minutes before the sunrise and really sit, engulf in the darkness and embrace the darkness, because there are no fear within the darkness. Darkness is actually a very empowering, rebirthing kind of the energy. When you are in the mother's womb, and you are getting ready for the physical birth, to be in the physical reality, you are coming from a very dark space. Now here we can play with the meaning of the words. But the dark space, I mean, there are not light bulbs or the automatic lights within your mom's belly. There's just the beautiful darkness that surrounds you. And all your senses are tuned to your mother's heartbeat, to the blood flow of your mom, to the function of her organs, and how that echo is resonating within you with your heartbeat, with your blood flow, with the sound of your organs. And then you are pushed and squeezed through the birth canal. Unless you've been born through the C-section, then you are just kind of plucked out and brought to this world, so you kind of miss this kind of the stage, but it is okay. So we're gonna go squeezing and squeezing and squeezing, experiencing some kind of these birth pains on your ovum, feeling the birth pains of your mom. And then you enter into the light, into a room usually filled with a lot of light, right? And physically and metaphorically, it is exactly the same. Imagine that you are coming out of the darkness into the light. And when you step out into the light, you may feel a little uncomfortable because the bright light can blind you temporarily. It will confuse your senses. Versus if you are in the darkness, your eyes adjust, and it is proven that you can see in the darkness because our eyes have an ability to adjust to it. So we need to adjust to be in the light of the earth, and be able to function in the light of the earth. We coming from our primordial energies, from the mystical realm of our soul, mind, consciousness, into the human body. And we step into the light, and we are a bit upset probably about that light. And our senses kind of feel off until we settle within this body, and then we're gonna go through this growing and growing and growing stage. Well, lucky us, we are beyond that growing stage, and we are in a pretty good age where we understand ourselves, or at least supposed to understand ourselves. So our rebirth on the 21st, it's a spiritual rebirth. And if you need to go through the spiritual death, then hey, you still have a few days to do it. Let go of your old self, the old self that is fearful. That is fearful, whatever is connected to your fears, and whatever triggers you, whatever upsets you, whatever makes you sad, whatever makes you worried, whatever makes you feel like, I'm still a little bit unsettled. What happened to me, I don't know how many years back in my life. And all those things may come up before Wednesday, before the 21st. And I think it's pretty good, as long as you understand it, that all you have to do is to acknowledge it and understand it. Energy of the understanding, that comprehension, what happened, it's tremendously healing. Because when you understand it, then you says, why does it still make me upset? What is the reason? There are many things I cannot control. Can I let it go? And I don't see one single reason, honestly, why we cannot go let of anything. And you may say, well, because, we need to hold on this, and that. We have to remember we cannot repeat the same mistake again, and we have to protect the others from repeating the same mistake again. Would that be a reason good enough of not letting go? I don't believe so. I think that when you let go, it's still the memory of it is within the body, but there's a good memory. There is that sort of, deposited the memory. If you ever be in the same situation, or somebody that you love or care about will be in the same situation, that energy will raise up sort of as a warning sign and says, hey, pay attention. But it's not going to be upsetting. It's not going to be unsettling. It's not going to be sad. It will be this, pay attention. There is something important right now. And you stop yourself and you says, and why should I pay attention? You go to your soul depository and mind depository energy. And it says, that happened to you when you were, I don't know, teenager or in your 20s. And that situation is about to repeat again. And you says, oh, okay, thank you for the warning. Now, in the fifth dimensional energy, what are you going to do? You have received a warning, you pay attention, you know what is going on because you can understand it. And all you have to do is just to choose a different action and reaction. That's all what it is. Back at the time you reacted certain way, and that hurt stood within you. That emotional upsetness or emotional shock stood within you and stood there as this deposited, sad, victimized, maybe hurt or angry kind of the feeling. It's very different for every single one of us. Now you says, okay, if I'm in this situation, how will I change my action and reaction? And I will not get emotionally attached. Because when I get emotionally attached, that is the disturbing energy that create codependency to this kind of the attachment of memories. Now, when I says we should not get emotionally attached to this particular situation, you says like, what about your emotions? Our emotions are extremely important. And it's not that we shut off our feelings. We just can choose of not to get attached to negative feelings, to feelings that makes us sad, that makes us anxious, that makes us angry, that makes us feel victimized, that makes us feel guilty, or anything you would like to call it. It is a choice that we can do, and perhaps that itself, it's the different action and reaction we are going to do at this particular time. So let's play with this one. When we rebirth ourselves, so when we were born as tiny little babies, it felt like we have no choice, right? We came to this world, there was this room, maybe it was cold, maybe it was warm, maybe your mom was excited, maybe your mom was way too tired about it, maybe the doctors were in the good mood, maybe they were not in the good mood. And you were right away perceiving all their feelings and all their action and reaction. And taking that first breath within the body, you start screaming and you probably go like, oh my God, what is it that I agreed to? Instead of, oh my God, mom and dad, I'm so happy I'm finally here. I think we all experience this temporary kind of the shock of, oh God, I made it. let's be excited about it. So this time, let's be excited about it. We are not going through this particular huge pains. We are going through this conscious rebirth that we have chosen to do. We are choosing consciously to live a life filled with trust, life filled with love, and life filled with happiness. And I think that's absolutely phenomenal and really great. So when you walk into that light, or when you meditate and you feel that sunrise, you may not necessarily see it, but you may feel that sunrise within your whole being inside of yourself. Instead of thinking, oh God, I'm here, changing into a feeling, I'm here and I'm so grateful. I have made it right on time. I am embodying my highest self, soul, mind, consciousness. I made it into this body. I acknowledge myself within this body. And I'm choosing this life filled with love and happiness. I'm choosing a fifth-dimensional, multidimensional embodiment of myself. I'm choosing to live in the new earth energy because that's what it is. I was saying in my other video, it is not that you move from the place A to the B. It is that you shift your place into fifth dimensional energy. And those who resonate with you will stay around you. And those who don't resonate with you will definitely move away. It is just a law of attraction. As my grandmother used to say, the birds of the same feather sit together. The same it is with the 3 and 5th dimensional energy. Now, we will not be pointing the fingers and saying, oh, you are here and I'm there. That is wrong. We sort of, attract our tribe, our wife, attract our tribe, and we will hold the highest intention that everybody will be attracted to this new tribe of the 5th dimensional, multidimensional human beings. And we start our mission from here on. Now, on the 23rd, we are going to have a new moon, super new moon in the Capricorn. Yay for good ass. So I am a Capricorn, as many of you know. And the Capricorns are, the goats who climb the steep mountain. We go and go and go, nice and steady, toward our goal. It's almost this, the stoic kind of the personality and discipline that we are going forward to. And we need to learn to have a little bit more fun in that. So this great energy is good for the planning your whole year. Planning, you know, what is it that you want to achieve the next year? Next year is the year number 7. Vibrating within that number 7 frequency, which is full alignment between soul, mind, and the body, is also a year of soulmates. And I have a whole prediction written I'm gonna send out in my newsletter probably the next week. So all those who subscribe my newsletter will definitely enjoy that. Now, when you're planning for the next year, when you're sitting within this energy of, you know, the Christmas and planning and so much on, I want you to know what you want. Literally, you know, map it out. What is it that you want to achieve? Like, you know, if you are owning your business, you have to make your business plan. Where is it that you are seeing yourself next year? And then translate it all to the feelings. Literally feel it out and let your thoughts decide your actions. So the feeling of your soul, that is that 5th dimensional energy, that will be a different action and reaction. Instead of brainstorming everything with your brain, you will brainstorm it with your heart. So you know what you want. I don't know, I want to write a book for the next year. Then I probably know the topic, or I may not know the topic of it. Then I'm gonna sit with it, I'm gonna feel it. How does it feel to write this book? How does it feel? And that feeling will give me a way of the thinking, of the thoughts and inspiration. So the feeling comes from your soul that carries the knowledge and the wisdom, and it will translate it into the thinking, logical, intelligent process. So we can actually manage it and write it down and organize it in a beautiful, eloquent way. Do it around your family, around your work, around your goals. And remember, we are playing in the field of infinite possibilities. If you want to manifest something for yourself, then manifest it at least for one more person up there. And the 2 people to come together and work together, manifest together, everything happens much faster. That is a little tiny shortcut in the quantum speed energies. But remember, you are very responsible for each other's energies. So that is a fun thing to practice with. Now, what I do around the winter solstice and the Christmas. So I celebrate the Christmas. I know that many of you celebrate the different holidays. I think that it doesn't really matter how we're calling it. It is a special time of the year. But I want to share with you a few of the things that I do. So on the winter solstice, I, for the 3rd year, will meditate with the energy of the Newgrange of Ireland. Now, I live in the South Carolina, and I Googled that sunrise in the Newgrange Island. It's at 8:58 in the morning in the island, which I think will be around 3:58 of my South Carolina time, if I have it correctly. I still need to correctly check it. So I'm gonna wake up about 10-15 minutes before that, and I will meditate for about 20 minutes. I will imagine I'm sitting in the mound of the Newgrange Island, and I am embodying my soul mind energy, the cosmic one, but I will also call upon the energy of the earth, all the beautiful soul mind consciousness I left behind in the earthly realm, in the mortal pieces of the realm, which mean the bones, the crystals, the earth, the trees, and so much on. It is an ancient practice that has been utilized since, I believe, the ancient Egypt, since we became post-Atlantean survivors and settled our tribe within the ancient Egypt. When we knew that we will be bounded to the incarnation time, we definitely prepare a few extra shortcuts to hide our energy. Now, if you read my books, I always says, well, don't do the shortcuts. There's always a backlash of the energy. And that is absolutely true. There are not many shortcuts that are allowed, but taking your energy from the earth or retrieving your energy, perhaps it's not even correct to call the shortcut. It's like you finally remember where you left your mail to yourself within the earth, and you have all right, all the birthright to retrieve it. So We know that the Newgrange in the island is considered to be a burial mound. I do believe that there's a much more than that. I believe that this is an ancient initiating place where only over the winter solstice you can call for this energy, to embody your energy. We know that particular places over the earth have those hotspots of the energy or become as stargates. And they may not be that stargate of the energy the whole year. They may be the most active at a particular time of the year. And as ancients, we left ourselves a lot of clues. So according, to wonderful Google, what we did before the Google, right? This Newgrange over the island has this little shaft, a little window, and unfortunately I have not been there, or I don't say that unfortunately I have not been there yet, but one day I'll definitely make it there. And this little window allow the sun to go there from, I believe, about 18th of the December until 23rd of the December. And the energy peaks around the 21st, right? So from the 18th to the 23rd is a very auspicious time to meditate and again to call and embody these energies. See, we are no longer looking about reach up in the stars and connect with our soul family. Been there, done that, accomplished that. We have done this. Now you have to realize you are the ambassador of your star family here on the earth. And you need to get control over this body. You have to become the puppeteer and not the puppet of the body, and really embody your ancient energy, start understanding it. Now, this energy will not be understood by your intellectual brain. It has to be felt. And that feeling will slowly be translated into intelligent language that your brain can actually, translate to you, or your mind can translate to you. So the feeling comes first, the thinking process comes second. That is the rule of the fifth dimensional energy, and that's what we need to learn. So I'm going to do this on the 21st, and I know that many of you love to join me, and I want to encourage you, please join me. I know there's only a certain number of the people who can walk into the mount, and it's when you can go there, it's decided literally by the lottery, and I understand because so many people would love to be there. But hey, in our astral bodies, there can be so many of us inside, and we can totally enjoy it. So whenever you feel like walking inside or be around this place, please meditate with me. We empower one another. We are stronger one another. We are stronger together. And it is the love within our soul, mind, consciousness. Actually, it's the love and the happiness of our soul, mind, consciousness that bonds us together. It is not a pain and the suffering that we are experiencing here on the earth. If you want to bond each other by this pain and the suffering, that is to be stuck in the three-dimensional energy. In our crowd of our ancient selves, we are bounded by love and happiness. That is the fifth dimensional high energy. It is the most potent energy within this universe. So the love is of the soul and the happiness is of the mind. And because everything here works in the duality and that plus and minus kind of the energy, as I always talk about it, your soul needs to perceive the happiness of the mind, and your mind needs to perceive love of the soul. So here we go, our beautiful infinity within us. And then we stretch this infinity among our soul family. So walk there with me. Let's hold our hands together and let's empower each other with the intentions. I am ready to embody my soul, mind, consciousness. I left behind for myself hidden within the earth. And I am connected to within this universe. My karmic debt is paid in full, and I'm ready to be my awesome future self. And I thank you, thank you, thank you for that. See, I want you to notice I didn't say my ancient self, my future self. We have to let go of the past and become the future. We have to figure it out how we pass all this energy or our knowledge or our wisdom into the future. How we make it 21st century approved and compatible with, and push it into the future. Past is solidified. Future, it can be molded in anything that we would like it to be. Future is the field of the infinite possibilities. Future has many possible realities. Which reality you would like to live? I would like to live in the good town, fifth dimensional reality. And I invited all of you to join me there, because the good town is definitely an energy of or a town in the new earth. So that is about the winter solstice. Please Google your time, find it what time it is for you. And then of course I'm gonna meditate again with my South Carolina time of the sunrise, which I'm on the Eastern Standard Time. Then over the Christmas, if you follow my videos, you heard this many times. Around the Christmas time, sometime between the Christmas and the New Year's Eve, I write myself a letter to the future. So I write myself a letter to the future, and I write about a year that I had. So this will be about the year 2023. I write, oh Eva, you had a spectacular year. Oh my God, it was so amazing. And you did this and that, and you traveled to these places, and this and that happened. And I literally mapped my year. I don't think about it if it's possible, if it's not possible, if I have money for it, or if I have a connection for what I would like to do. I'm just really wild with my way of the thinking and the planning. And I believe that my future self will help me to align what is the best for me. I'm doing this for several years right now. So I cannot wait to that Christmas Eve or Christmas Day when I open my letter from the last year. And I'm gonna see all those things that actually came true. When I did it for the first year, I thought it was kind of a fun thing to try. But when it came to that year of fulfillment and I read the letter and I actually manifested so many things that I didn't think were possible, it blew my mind. And I said, let's do it again and again and again, and definitely happen again and again and again. I would say 98%, from 95 to 98% of all the things manifested. It's absolutely incredible, and I'm so grateful. So I want to encourage all of you, write yourself a letter to the future. Then I will put it into an envelope and actually mail it to myself, and when it comes back, I will hide it in my drawer and I open it around the Christmas. It's like this special little treat to myself. So those are the few traditions I do, and then around the New Year's Day. So the New Year's Day is very important, has always been in our family. We believe to do on the New Year's Day what fill us with love and happiness. Because in my family we used to say, what you do on the New Year's Day, you will do your whole year. My mom used to say, if you're gonna be upset on the New Year's Day, you will be upset the whole year. If you're gonna be happy on the New Year's Day, you will be happy for the whole year. So I remember that, and I do that with my whole family. And we also don't eat anything that is from the poultry that would have feathers. So your luck will not fly away, in a case you guys are meat eaters. So those are those few fun things. We always go for the walk to the nature on the New Year's Day, because we love nature, and eat some good food and share the time with family. So I wish you a wonderful holiday. Enjoy this new moon energy and the rebirth. Enjoy the winter solstice, and down in the southern hemisphere, your summer solstice. Have fun, and may your life be filled with love and happiness. May you be blessed with everything that you wish for. May this holiday season be abundant to you spiritually and physically. May you find a love within your heart. May you find a love within your family. among your neighbors, and the places that you live. May this world be filled with the love, happiness, and peace. May we all transform in this beautiful fifth-dimensional energy and let go of squabbles, unfairness, blame, and the wars. May we create the best place for the future, for ourselves, for our children, and for our grandchildren. Have a wonderful holidays, and I love you, love you, love you.